Bayern and Chelsea, you're next. This is... This is the Ashburton Grove. I'm here with Mark. Mark, you all right, mate?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it's a good. Oh, it keeps being a good one. Every single match day just brings us nothing but happiness and joy.
Who would ever thought Arsenal would make people so happy in life, eh? It's fantastic.
Honestly. So obviously this show we are going to dive into a little bit of the Bayern game and a preview for the upcoming big one this weekend, first versus second, Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. Obviously, guys, if you are watching, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're just here to talk Arsenal. We love Arsenal, and this is what we're here for. So we'll kick it off. It's a 3-1 win at home to Bayern. Mark, what was your thoughts on the match?
Mate, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Do you know something? The control that we had. We done the preview for it, Sean, and I actually went for a 1-1. Like I would have been happy with a 1-1. But I actually felt that apart from that wonder goal that they scored, and I think it was a wonder goal, I think that we nullified them completely. We absolutely nullified them completely. The only concern I did have, and it's not because he's not a good player, it's maybe the minutes that he's currently got in his legs was Miles Lewis-Skelly up against Elise. That worried me a bit, and that's where the goal came from. It wasn't Elise, I believe it was Napoli that crossed in. But the first half, it just seemed controlled. That is it, Sean, for me. There's no better way of saying it. I mean, we've just played probably one of the, not probably, European giant.
They were being hyped up as the best team in Europe at the minute. Like, they haven't lost the game.
Yeah, and like for us to do that to them, and again, Sean, do you know something? I still think we've got levels. I still think we've got levels. I don't think we have reached where we're going to be. So yeah, the first half was, for me, it was a great first goal, and they scored an unbelievable goal. Let's not kid ourselves. Harry Kane was playing as a number 6.
Yeah,
most of the game. That was like the strangest thing I'd ever seen.
So much.
Yeah, that was kind of the strangest thing I'd ever seen. And then second half, it was just complete domination. And I mean complete. We treated Bayern Munich like they were West Ham.
It could have been 4 or 5 in that second half.
Mate, I wanted that for like the punishments that they've given us over the years.
Yeah.
I really wanted that. But do you know what? We'll get them later in the competition. There's no doubt with that. Arsenal will face Bayern again, I would imagine. So at some stage, semi-finals, finals. But yeah, it was an incredible night, mate. It was an absolute incredible night.
Yeah, it was one of those big ones, wasn't it? Like, I mean, it's not on par with Real Madrid because of circumstances, but that was a big win. I mean, they had their 10-15 minute spell in that first half where they came in and they got their goal. You know, fair play to them. It was 3 touches, that goal, wasn't it? Like, long ball forward, flick, goal. Like, you kind of look at Skelly on that goal. I don't know what else. It's positioning, isn't it, with Skelly there? It weren't like he didn't not track back. He just didn't look over his shoulder, and his positioning was a little bit out to stop that coming in. I mean, some people online made the point that if Hincapi played in that centre back role where Mosquera was, he probably would have intercepted that, being a left footer rather than having a right footer there.
No, I don't see much in that. I just put that goal down to it. Like, sometimes you've just got to take your hat off, even with a goal against Arsenal. Yeah. And I take that goal. The ball didn't touch ground. It's like it was on the ground, crossed, flipped in, bang, and it was in. So it was just a wonder goal. It was literally a wonder goal by an unbelievable player, by the way. We do need to give him like some flowers. I think, what is he, 18-year-old, 17, 18? But the thing for me with Miles, I think Miles if he had been starting the season and had minutes in his legs and built up to absolute match speed, I
Yeah,
think that like he would have had a better night last night. And I think that he was probably the one, I wouldn't say weak link, but he was, Bayern were deliberately targeting
yeah.
him.
He
Uh,
was struggling with Elise a little bit.
yeah, but they were definitely trying to target him. But when you, like, you cannot underestimate not having minutes for me.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, Call Fury couldn't play tonight, well, last night, and then play against Chelsea. You couldn't play three in a week.
No, you
So
don't want to do that. We need this guy all season. Like you don't want to be playing him in unnecessary games if you don't have to.
yeah, so it's just about, this is a major headache for Arteta now. That like players are coming back, we need to get minutes into all their legs, and I really want to see Arsenal
Mm.
doing that. I really want to see Arsenal do that. I believe, like without jumping too far ahead, but if we beat Club Bruges, then we're guaranteed to be qualified. I think we're qualified now, but if we beat them, we'll be guaranteed to qualify. There's 2 games to spare.
Mm.
I don't want to see, like, I want to see all the players that need minutes in there getting minutes, regardless of the result. And I don't care if it's Inter, and I don't care.
Yes,
It's
that's you make a really good point actually, there, Mark. Because we should beat Bruges. I mean, they got battered 3-0 by Sporting yesterday, and they're not great either. Sporting. So we should go to Bruges in a couple of weeks and get that win. I mean, you don't know what the teams around us are going to do. They might drop points. I can't see PSG. I don't know who they've got, but I can't see anyone else dropping more points. And if that effectively gets us that top 8, I would love to see the rotation at the San Siro, isn't it, for Inter? I don't think it's going to happen. It's so frustrating because if those fixtures were flipped, would be perfect. If we were playing
yeah,
Inter next, got the win against Inter, and then you just know those last 2 fixtures, we're swapping the whole 11. It's
yeah.
just there's no way we're going away to Inter and making big changes. I can't see it.
But you know what, Sean? You made an absolute brilliant point last week, and it's a very valid point. I don't think, like, you picked up on the fact that Liverpool won the group last year,
Mm.
and then their first game was
Yeah,
against
yeah,
PSG.
yeah.
So I don't think it really overly matters where you finish in that top 8, and just
No.
get into it. So for me, I'm not caring. Like the last 2 games, just get minutes into. Jesus will be coming back because these ties get played like the 20th, and I think it's the 20th or something like that of January.
Yeah,
It's late in January.
yeah,
Jesus will be back. Havertz will be back. Like all our players currently, I'll be back unless we pick up more injuries. So
mm,
I just want to see, as we get into the business end of the season, and I'm jumping the gun a bit, but it's hard not to because Arsenal are just exciting us that much. When we get to the business end of the season, I want to see that the full squad have got minutes, mate. I'm not like, yeah, we can make 5 changes or 6 changes, but just not have Arsenal um, play 3 games in a week, and we're playing Declan Rice like 3 times. I find, as the end of the season comes, that will really take its toll. So for me, I need to see a Lewis Kelly up and running and plenty of minutes in his legs and good to go. I need to see Odegaard good to go, but I'm sure you'll touch on all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Moscoon has just said in the chat the Spuds lose 5-3. Do we want to touch on that? Another loss for them. Another
Oh,
loss for
mate,
Liverpool. Another loss for City as well. It's like every week.
mate. Oh, mate, honestly, it was like I was watching the Arsenal game, obviously, and the scores were coming up. Rich Charlison scores again. He's in top form, 3 goals in 3 games. Sorry, go look at his total over the last 3 years.
Mm.
Is it something like 7 goals in 3 years? So, do you know, I was laughing at it. And then the goal, PSG scored again, and Tottenham scored again, and then PSG just like run on from that point. And I'm sitting laughing, just thinking, do you know what? It is comical. Liverpool, I saw the reaction today. I mean, that is what you call falling straight off a cliff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is mental, mate. And then City, I think they made something like 10 changes. So they're trying to do the rotating and stuff as well.
Yeah, that
So
backfired though.
yeah, yeah. So it's it's. Do you know what? It's just a amazing time to be Arsenal, but we can't get carried away.
Mm.
That's we have to try and stay grounded. But
I think the thing with City, they make all those changes, right? It's all well and good if that works out and you win, but when you lose, they need to create some momentum, and losing again does not create momentum, especially when he brings on all the big guns to say, "Come and try and turn this around," and they still can't even get a goal. It really, momentum is huge when it comes to the league, and
yeah,
they're not helping themselves doing that.
do you know what? You're 100% right, Sean, and I couldn't agree more. The thing is, you've got right now, if you look at the momentum Arsenal have got, and like we've just came to like almost the perfect week. Declan Rice got interviews yesterday, and he was like,
Mm.
"We just need to make it the perfect week, one game at a time, but we
Yeah.
need to make it the perfect week." And he was talking about Chelsea. Um, if you asked any Arsenal fan to be sitting here on a Thursday and we've just beaten Tottenham easily, we've just beaten Bayern Munich easily, and then we're going into Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what a brilliant place to be, Sean.
So Declan Rice was man of the match, but was he the man of the match for you?
Oh no, Sean, do you know something? I love Declan, and he was absolutely phenomenal. Zubimendi is just this guy is just grown on me, and I mean properly grown on me. I think he is everything that we've been needing for the last 2 to 3 years.
Mm.
I honestly, I think if Zubimendi had been here over the last 2 to 3 years, I think Arsenal would have already been picking up titles.
Yeah, I
He
think
is,
the thing with Zubi as well is like he's a tempo setter. That's what everyone says, a tempo setter, and I think he's allowed us to change the fact that we don't have to press as hard and as much because he can set that
yeah.
tempo.
Yeah. Do you know what? He actually, if you watch, and it was funny, I done a podcast with Adam Keys from National Therapy, and he actually talked about Zubimendi. He broke him down perfectly. And he was like, don't expect this number six to be sliding in and diving into
Mm.
tackles. He just is so intelligent. He knows where to position himself to intercept the ball. And Adam got that absolutely on point for me, Sean.
Yeah.
He absolutely got that on point, and he just yeah, he's just there, and the relationship that him and Declan are starting to build as well is just it's getting better and better and better.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a player for me that's really hit the ground running. Um, let's face it. I mean, although that we're lucky we got half a season out of him. Thomas Partey was a baller when he was fit and he was on.
Yeah.
So to have somebody like Zubimendi who's always available and doing what he's doing just now, Sean, it's just incredible. So yeah, I just think an unsung hero. I would have to mention Mascara as well. We spoke pre pre preview show regarding it, and I said that for Spurs I would have put Mascara or right centre back, Saliba left centre back because that's where he plays for France.
Mm-hmm.
And last night Mascara comes in and he plays left centre back. And I love Gabriel. You know my feelings on Gabriel, but you didn't actually even notice that he wasn't on the park last night, man.
No, not even on Sunday. Didn't notice.
Is it? Yeah, with Hincapi, exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost for the first time, and that's maybe why it's hard to not get carried away. But it's almost like for the first time, there's no actual drop off.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's not Rob Holding anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So Liba's out. Oh, sorry, we'll put Rob Holding in his
Yeah.
place. Exactly. Yeah. By the way, no disrespect to Rob Holding, but
Yeah. There's levels though.
yeah, there is levels, mate. There is levels.
So before we move on to Chelsea, I just want to go on the topic of a bit of squad depth that we saw in this game. Like the bench looks a lot nicer now, and it brings on to two big discussions really. The first of all, we've kind of touched on it, Calafiori and Miles Lewis Skelly. Now you obviously said about him he's not got the legs at the minute, where he's not been playing 90 minutes a lot. I think he's only had one 90-minute game, right? There's a big topic online with it after this game that there's a golfing class between the two, and people noticed it a lot when that sub was made. Within a minute of that substitution was made, we go 2-1 up, and then we go 3-1 up, kind of thing. And I myself am in the side of, I think there is not a massive gulf, but there is definitely a step up between MLS right now and Calafiori. But in the defence, there is an age gap, right? Calafiori is 23 turning 24, Skelly's 18 turning 19. So should you compare them? Probably not. But what do you think?
Well, first of all, there's two different aspects here. Miles plays, right, and remember, he hasn't played this season. He's barely kicked a ball this season. So Miles plays, and on like as a left back who inverts into midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Calafiori is more attacking minded and bombs down. If you had to ask me who is the best provider, attacker out the two of them, I would say Calafiori. If you ask me who's the best defender, as in tackles, etc., I would say Miles Skelly.
Yeah.
So I don't see a massive gulf between the two of them. It's just that Arsenal play differently with two left backs. That's reality of it.
Yeah.
That's reality of it. So I don't the same stunt people online that they'll come up with that theory, and everybody's entitled to opinion. They would also probably say that sorry, they were lost in train of thought there. They would also probably be the ones that would say that Calafiori's injury prone and he's unreliable and we shouldn't have him in the side, and all of a sudden that happens last night. It's like people got short memories. So no, I certainly don't. Up against Bayern Munich last night, yes, the two reasons why I would have went Miles. One was 100%. He was up against one of the best wingers in the world.
Yeah.
So the defensive aspect was really important, and Miles handled it really quite well. I felt it was it's just that goal. If it wasn't for that goal, nobody'd be speaking about Miles today. That's reality. And the second reason for that is that we can't play Calafiori 3 times in a week because he will drop. He'll break down and he will drop.
Yeah.
So that can't happen. So there's a world where there's two of them there, but it's a great option for Arteta. When you're playing certain games, yes, we need to be a bit more defensive here. Miles comes in and he'll once the minutes are in his legs, he'll do a brilliant job at left back. In the games where we need probably a bit more attacking threat. So at Bayern Munich, Miles, if we're playing the likes of West Ham, Calafiori. And that's like, there is a reason behind it. So for me, I there's no gap between the two of them. There is age on his side, etc., Sean. So do see where people are coming from, but two different totally styles of play from left back, man.
Yeah. So obviously we've got Odegaard back. We've got Madueke back. He came on and started on the left because Trossard went off injured. We've also got Martinelli back, who also came on for Saka. And then they obviously swapped roles. Madueke went right, Martinelli went left. And then Odegaard came on for Eze. Madueke's got his first goal for the club, first Champions League goal of his career. That's a bit of a headache there for the manager straight off the bat, like he scored. And then Martinelli goes and scores, and there's another headache. And then Odegaard came. I didn't expect much from Odegaard. There wasn't much left for him to do either in the game, but it's just good to see him get minutes. And then we've got Moscoona's just popped up in the chat. He said, I'm shooting for Chelsea. Odegaard and Eze to start. Which brings me to the question is, how does Odegaard get back into this starting 11?
Do you know what, Sean? It was one of the most perfect sights yesterday. Not that Odegaard wasn't starting the game, far from it, But one of the most perfect sights yesterday, being able to take off Eze and put on Odegaard. It's just like, this is how good we are now. This
Yeah.
is really how good we are. I This is one unbelievable headache. If Trossard, I didn't think that Trossard had one of his better games yesterday. In fairness, against Tottenham, I thought he was absolutely outstanding, and his
Yeah.
form has been absolutely outstanding. And he's had to play. Unfortunately, he has had to play 3 games a week because we've had the injuries.
Yeah.
So I don't think, as we said in the preview, Sean, I don't think that you could just say to Trossard, "Oh, Odegaard's back, so Trossard just sitting on the bench, is taking a spot." I think that's kind of unfair, and it would send the wrong message out
Yeah.
to the players. Um, I don't know how you get. I don't see a world where you get 2 of them in unless against Chelsea, if Gyökeres is still not back or Gyökeres is only on the bench because nobody knows what's happening there, do you play Eze through the middle and put Martin as the 10 and
Yeah.
have kind of like a false 9? I don't see it. And to be fair, I think Odegaard's holding bench for Chelsea.
Yeah. I don't think he can start.
He can't start, mate. He's not got enough minutes in his legs. He
No.
doesn't. Even though that he's captain, mate, you cannot. You cannot send that kind of message out that a player just comes back for injury and just walks straight in the side. And Izzy, thanks for your hat trick against
Yeah.
Tottenham. And I'm not saying that Izzy's better than Odegaard, far from it, But you cannot for 1 second just say that to send that message to the team. If you send that message to the team, then what you saying to Hincapi, what you saying to Mosquera when Gabriel comes back? Sorry, guys, you're out the side.
Yeah. So moving on, so we've kind of touched it a little bit there. Anyway, moving on to the Chelsea game, it's first versus second. Chelsea are in good form. What changes from that Bayern game do you think is going to happen with that starting 11? Albeit Trossard is, it's not official, but I assume he's out. So that left wing spot is now open, and there is 3 players that have got that spot for grabs.
Yeah, I think personally there'll be 2 changes to start and lineup. I think Calafiori will come back in for Miles.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that'll be one of them. And I think the second change will be Noni playing on the left for Trossard.
Yeah,
I think Noni's got the nod before Martinelli at the
yeah,
moment.
yeah. Same. I think that, and I also think Nkape will start instead of Mosquera.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. You're right enough with that one. Mosquera was brilliant. Not that you had much to do in the second
No,
half, but
I think I
no,
think
you're right.
I think
I think
Mosquera
Hincapi.
start. I don't think Mosquera would have started this game if Hincape has been playing for a few weeks. Do you know what I mean? I think Mosquera's played, so Hincape can rest, kind of thing. Like he's not ready to do 3 games in a week, Hincape,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
that's why Mosquera came in.
I would agree with you there, Sean. Yeah, 100%. I think 3 changes. Do you know what? That's a good point that Mosconi's came out with there. I think that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
I think we've got 3 players for that position. If everybody's fit, we've got 3 players in that position. If
Yeah.
you can put Ethan.
You see, Moscounas also says Nanieri send on loan in January. I think I quite agree with that idea.
3 players on one position. You can't have it, Sean.
He's surplus the requirements at the minute. He's not getting any minutes.
Carabao Cups, that's about what he's going to get at this moment in time.
Yeah.
So it's not because he's a bad player. It's just that, like, look what we've got,
Yeah.
and like he's not going to get ahead of Odegaard or Eze. So
Yeah. So Stamford Bridge, the last 2 meetings we've had there in the Premier League was what is a 1-1 and a 2-2.
yeah,
I think the 1-1 was a last minute equaliser as well, wasn't it? Or towards the end.
yeah.
So we haven't won there for 2 seasons now. So what tactics are you expecting for this game? You expect us to sit back a bit and let Chelsea play and then get them on the counter, or you think we're going to go out there how we have been and just try and kill them, as Declan Rice said?
Yeah, I think that we'll go right at them and try and kill them. I cannot see that like Chelsea are no Bayern Munich at
Yeah,
all. Absolutely miles.
I mean, they have just beat Barcelona there 3-0.
Yeah, but do you know what, Sean? I actually think the standard of the La Liga has dropped below what the Premier League is. So I'm not 100% convinced that, like, I'm not saying that it's like a bad result, and Chelsea are a decent side, but they're not to the level that we are. So for me, I think this will be a controlled game. I don't think we'll let Chelsea dictate the play at all. Um, we'll not let Chelsea dictate the play at all. And the interesting battle for me is going to be Declan and Caicedo. Um, and whoever wins that will probably win the midfield. And I expect that to be Declan.
Yeah, it's got a Caicedo red card written all over it this game.
Yeah, it does actually. It does.
It does.
But then we're going to possibly have the secret weapon, but it's no secret to Chelsea on the bench as well. Martinelli loves one on Chelsea.
Yeah,
so,
he does. Bridge as well.
So yeah, so 60 minutes, 65 minutes gone. Martinelli comes on. I reckon it'll be done by then. Do you know what? I'm not concerned about the Chelsea game at all.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
I don't know if it's where I've got Chelsea friends, but I don't know. I was more going back to like Friday. I was more worried about Chelsea this week than Spurs last week. I wasn't worried about Spurs whatsoever. I know it's a derby, but I generally think Spurs are awful at the minute. I don't think they're a bit defensively more sound now that Andrew's gone, but the rest is still the same. It's Spurs. So they're coming off form and momentum. It's a big win at the Bridge. The fans are going to be up for it after beating Barcelona. They're second in the league. They can get within 3 points. They've won. That's their third win in a row. So they're on momentum, and momentum can win you games. And they're full of confidence. And Stavio's on form up top. They've got no striker. I'm not worried about any of their strikers. I mean, that Delap's just what a waste of money I think he is. He's just a bit of a big deal bully up front that does nothing. Neto's a problem. He's a problem. So he has to be stopped. But I think we'll win. I'll take a draw.
Richard, are you going that far? Nah, mate. Do you know what? If a draw came, like it wouldn't be the end of the world for me.
No.
But as far as mate, we beat them. We're 9 points ahead of them, and that's their title race over, and like we're not even at the end of November. Actually, will be by then, but we won't. We'll not. So their title will be over and done with. Mate, I'm telling you, like Neto will be playing as a second right back.
You think they'll sit back?
I think yeah, absolutely. They have no. Do you know what, Sean? See what people don't understand, right? And we get slated a lot, like your set piece FC and anti-football and all that. Teams play in 2 ways against Arsenal. If you have a look at our Champions League. We have scored 15 goals and conceded 1. And that was last night. We conceded 1 goal. Because Champions League teams do not set up like Premier League teams where it's just an awful low block. Except, sorry.
No, you're right.
They do tend to open up and want to play. And it suits Arsenal. It just really suits Arsenal. And that's why we scored 15 and only conceded 1. In the Premier League, teams know if they open up, the chances are they're going to get an absolute hiding.
Yeah.
So they'll not do it. Even Man City came to the Emirates and played an ugly low block.
But Man City are going to do that when we go to Man City. So I can see Chelsea coming to the Emirates and parking it. It's just whether they're going to do that at home, I don't know. Everyone plays a little bit different at home. I think they'll score. I think they will score. I don't think this is going to be a clean sheet game. It's just we just need to score more than they would. They will. I mean, we're scoring goals at the minute. And, like you said, everyone called us set piece FC, but we scored the most goals in the Premiership. I think we've scored the most open play goals now in the Premiership. We've scored the most goals. Like, we've got the best goal difference as well now in the Champions League. So
100%, Sean. This is why I'm not concerned, and I'm not concerned. And even with the three changes up we can make, and it's, do you know what, Sean? It's not even that. See if the game's tight, 60, 65 minutes. Who Chelsea do have a pretty decent squad. Like, I mean, they've got 200 players. They should have.
yeah, we've got 3 squads.
Yeah, they've got 3 squads. But who's Chelsea really going to pull off that bench to really make a difference in the game if it's tight? Who are Arsenal going to pull off?
There's someone in the chat that might be able to answer that question, so I'll see if they pop up in a comment.
Like Odegaard, we could go and pull Odegaard on after 65 minutes. He could be a game changer.
Yeah.
Jokeris might be on that bench at the weekend.
Well, the rumour is we had a behind closed door game today for the Jokeris, Havertz, and all of that lot to try.
I saw that. Was that against Man United?
That was a rumour, but I don't know. That seems a bit ridiculous. Why the hell would we do that with Man United? Normally, it's like a lower league, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. It was just something that I picked up on.
He can give us 5 names for Chelsea that can come off the bench, apparently.
Okay, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, we got Santos. I don't know who that is.
Never heard of him. That's why I was laughing. He put the comment up before.
Oh, here we go. Gittins.
Okay, come on. Gittins is probably
Palmer.
Palmer.
He'll be half fit. And the bully, Delap. Oh, and Mark Guay or Gay. Yeah, I can't lie, I'm not worried about that.
If that's what you've got on your bench, trust me, mate, we'll be pulling numbers under 21s to like go up against that. Gittins has been absolutely awful.
Oh, yeah, that's the maddest thing. I saw that Roy Jennings was fuming because he's like, they sold Madueke and they should have gone and got Eze. That's the upgrade. But instead, they've gone and got Gittins.
But you know what? I saw Gittins play, and beforehand, he actually looked like
they all decent. All the wingers do, didn't they, in Bundesliga? And then
yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
Never buy a Bundesliga winger.
Yeah, just ask Man United.
Yeah.
So Sancho, I mean, if you look at Sancho, what did he do? He
went Chelsea as well and was useless.
Yeah, exactly. So he went to Bayern. He was absolutely outstanding. Gets his dream move over to Man United. He's absolutely horrendous. Goes back to Dortmund. He's absolutely brilliant again. It looks like he's got his career back on track. Yeah. Goes over to Chelsea and he looks like the Man United version. Yeah. You're right. Don't buy a winger from the Bundesliga.
So I guess we'll finish that off, Mark, with some... I know what your prediction is, but have you got a correct score prediction for the game?
Absolutely. I'm going to give them their goal, probably Neto. I'm going for a comfortable 3-1.
3-1. I'm feeling that. I am. Like, I'm nervous, but I'm nervous because I've got Chelsea mates.
There's no reason you're nervous. See, if it wasn't for your Chelsea mates, you would not be nervous right now. I know you.
They are way more confident than I think they should be, which affects my confidence.
Don't let it.
But I can feel the 3-1, and I can see there being a goal from Madueke is going to get the goal because it's written. It's all written this year. You've got Eze getting the goal against Spurs. You've got Eze getting his goal against Palace.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah. Havertz scored against them. It's Madueke's turn to score against them. And then I reckon Eze will pop up with another goal. And then from the bench, if Jokeris is on that bench, I think he'll pop up off the bench and get a goal.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We'll take that 3-1.
Yeah. And then we'll do next week's show and we'll be sitting there saying what we were worried about.
Yeah. We'll get Jason back in the chat for that one. I'm terrified.
You should be, bro. You should be.
Yeah. All right, Mark, that's been a wicked one, mate. So as always, if you can, everybody subscribe to the channel, like this video, and come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners.